Good evening. This is Cab, here to drive you crazy. And this is just a little video that I'm making to kind of express myself, kind of a vlog. And even though I know you see what the title of this video may be, it's nothing to really draw too much concern, just more of me explaining a little bit about how I've been feeling lately with the videos that I've been putting out. So one of the first things that I wanted to touch up on is something that I have shared before actually on my Twitter, and I will leave actually all of the handles that I use for my Twitter, my Instagram, sometimes I'm on Snapchat as well, so I'll leave all that in the description below for you guys. But I had shared that the cover song that I had done for I'll Make a Man Out of You from Mulan, I actually had to remove because I did have a copyright claim given on that song. Now, the issue I have with it is, it's the same thing that I felt when I was doing Hellfire from Hunchback of Notre Dame, which is thinking, with copyrights already being as bad as they are, I've been worried about putting out any more Disney stuff because I was able to get away with the Hunchback one, but then it was something just like this one where the Mulan song got this copyright claim, and the problem with it is, it wasn't Disney or anybody that was associated toward Disney who actually did this claim. It's a guy that I can't remember who it was, but I looked up his channel, and he's just some Joe Schmo guy who had a cover done himself, and it's something where he decided to say, "Oh, you did a cover that I had already done, so I'm gonna take the claim, and all the money you make from this video is gonna go to me now." Which is something I always find laughable because, I'm not monetized, or I'm unable to make any kind of profit for any videos that I put out anyway. But the issue I have with it is anything that I already find that is claimed or has any, markings up is already something that I just choose to physically delete off of my channel, because I don't want to have to deal with the thought of somebody who just says, "Oh, you did something that I did, and now I'm going to claim it." And I could try to dispute it, but the point of disputing is to claim that this is your own original content. Now, I could do it's me doing my own cover. I'm taking a song that's based off of a karaoke song, but then they could claim that it's the owner of the karaoke music that should own it. Disney could reclaim that ownership to it. It's a lot of stuff that I don't personally want to have to deal with. Now, I've gotten some advice about people saying, oh, just change the speed of the song a little bit, be able to alter the tonality of the song, and it would be something that you could say is completely your own. But unfortunately, I don't have that kind of time, and I don't just want to put that kind of effort into something that I'm trying to just do for fun. You know what I mean? So, to go back onto some of the other stuff that I could say, I've been doing a lot of acapella covers from before, and a lot of the times I don't necessarily get too many claims from those kind of things. It's when I was trying to add a little bit of background music to some of the stuff, and some of those covers that I've done, like my Breaking Benjamin covers, have had music in there, and it's still completely fine. But then I do an acapella for Perfect by Ed Sheeran, and they said I used a melody that was associated to the song, and they claimed that, and there was no music for that one. That was just from me singing. The part where it's just the very intro part. They said it's a 2 seconds of me sounding almost exactly like how the song does. That made them say, "Oh, you know what? That's Ed Sheeran. Let's just claim it." And to me, that is very bothersome, because something that I'm doing to, express myself, show essentially however I feel I may be talented in my vocal performance, and just something I want to share with others that can be claimed. And again, I'm sorry to anyone else who may, want to have heard it, because as soon as I see that claim, I just choose to delete it. Now, there is some other stuff, like my very first Red Sox, my Driven Deep series that I'm working on. I had my daughter, sitting right here in front of me, and it violated the COPA issue. And I'm like, how many other videos have I done where she's been in the video with me that is not having any kind of issue with that? But it's one of those that it was my very first one for sports and all that, and that's why as of recent I've been trying to keep her more in the background, not keeping her right in the front of me, to make sure that she's not going to be actually within the picture, but I still have the camera so that way I can at least still watch her, because I don't really have too much other places I can put her without her trying to feel more uncomfortable. That's why she's just behind me right now, just playing with my mouse, so that way she's entertained. But other than that, I've been trying to just get things where I am bringing my own original content. Me doing my own version of the Red Sox, where I'm explaining the scoring, explaining how each team had, their hits versus base by balls, or the pitching, giving the updates for the up and coming game. It might not be the most flashy way of doing it, but that's why I could say it's my own original content. And I know a lot of people tend to go to what is the more normal for them, especially when it comes to YouTube. You don't go on YouTube to not watch something unless you're just putting on background music kind of things. You go so that way you can physically see what you want to see. And that's why I don't have video highlights and all that kind of stuff, because those kind of stuff can be claimed. Just like some of my favorite people on YouTube, they always explain that kind of stuff. You can't have copywritten music in live streams. You can't actually do live video of the sports games that are happening, because it's all claimed by the people who are broadcasting it, or whoever owns the videos that are being shown. So that's why it is something I am picking up on. It's also making me realize something that had really put a big realization into my mind, which is a lot of the stuff that I've been doing before, I have not been doing so much of lately, because of these, claims and these worries that I have. I haven't been doing a lot of, covers lately, because I've been getting a lot of these claims done on me. I've been trying to do more on my sports ones, because it's something I can put out, 5 to 6 times a week, instead of just doing my normal 2 videos every Monday for me. So I've been trying to do a little bit more, but then I've also been realizing, because I haven't been doing the consistency of all the things that I've been normally doing, I've actually seen that I've been losing some subscribers as well. Now, that's nothing I need to really put as a big concern, because obviously if you're watching this, you've shown that you've cared enough to be on my channel. You've been supporting me in this little YouTube journey that I've been going through. A lot of the times I've been trying to make sure that I can consistently put out the content that I've normally been putting out, so that way it's not just the exact same thing, but also doing something that I still appreciate and care for. So very much, I will always say this: thank you to everyone who's always supporting of me. I want to give a personal big shout out also to Bobby, who is from Beantown Breakdown, the person that I follow for all of my live play-by-plays for my sports. So that way You know, I can always be informed about how the games are going whenever I don't have an actual TV to be able to watch it, be able to have a fun community who does go out of their way to help support me and all of my teams that I support. And also for him helping me out a little bit with learning how to actually set up thumbnails, giving me some pointers, some tips on what's necessary for me to help and try to grow my channel as well. So I will also leave his link below, and again I will be leaving all of my handles for, you know, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, so that way if you guys want to follow me a little bit more on my other social medias, it will be available for you guys. But once again, thank you for always supporting me and watching my videos. And leave a like, it helps me very much to be recommended. Leave a comment, it helps with the algorithm. Please share with others, and of course the subscribe button's right over here. My name is Cab, and I am here to drive you crazy. Aloha, God bless, and take care.